This is from Laura from a few minutes ago. You just have to laugh when you sit back and think how pathetic people are. I must really intimidate Diane and crew. A candle giveaway, really. I still cannot figure out what is more pathetic, the actual giveaway or half the comments. And comparing a huge company to my first run, I didn't realize Armani and Louis Vuitton, Prada, I didn't realize they were all perfect straight out of the gate. See, when you're creating an empire and trying new things and creating new things, you learn from mistakes that you make. That's how good becomes great. Something that you will never understand because you are way too narcissistic to comprehend this. But you might want to listen and learn something. Okay, so Laura is running an empire. She will make mistakes. But why does her customers have to suffer the consequences of her first mistakes? She's selling the candles as paintbrush size. It's about this height on this candle is about half a paintbrush, quarter of a paintbrush, and it's as wide as a paintbrush. Not ounces, grams, the usual typical way to order a candle. So actually you don't know what size you're getting, you're just getting a candle. What's in your candle, that is another story. That's another story. We don't know what is inside. Now, to make an empire, if I was going to make an empire, I think I would start off with quality goods and actually maybe take a few lessons or something on how to do, or maybe read up on it. Even reading up on it would have helped a little bit. So you're making an empire based on shit talking other people, candles, and now you're going to start selling clothes. So you're going to go out of state to get a bunch of clothes and then sell them through some kind of sell site on your... Is this for your website? Are you going to sell clothes on your website that you purchase other places and then resell? You know, if you put all this stuff together, you're making candles, which I don't know. I can't see Scentsy being really happy with the fact that you throw a wafer of their Scentsy into your new candle mix. It's like a witch's brew in there. Witch's brew candles is what you should have called them. Now, since you're building an empire and you're basing it off shit-talking, candles, and clothes, for now, your join button and your Patreon. So yeah, I guess you got yourself a little empire growing there. So you have these people paying you in Patreon. You're also selling them join buttons, candles, merchandise, and now clothes that you're going to buy someplace else and sell. But you're just a little YouTuber who's not hustling. You're not dry bagging. You spent $7,000 on a vehicle, and yet a month later you cannot buy your kids' school supplies. Does that not make sense to anybody? She buys everything that she could possibly buy for herself, and yet she cannot manage, unless she degrades the husband. Then she degrades, that's another whole story. That poor boy That's his father. That really pisses me off, actually. Forget the letter. I'm past the letter now. She's growing a damn empire on the backs of her Patreons, subs, and any other fool that wants to listen to her. End of story on that one. But what she does to her sons and daughter, they are their fathers. It doesn't matter what you think, and you should be really keeping that to yourself, because that does affect a child. That child loves his father. He just spent 2 months away from you, and the only thing you can do is fight with the father and probably the girlfriend. That's a really happy situation you got going there. Then on the way back, like, you would have to be completely dense and ignorant not to realize that your kids are watching you, your kids' friends are watching you, and you're ruining these kids' lives. You literally are. They are 15 and 12. They're going to have to deal with the people that hear all this crap. And whether you ask the boy or not, whether it bothers him or not, he's not going to tell you nothing, because you're the one that's degrading. So, why would he? You say, he probably says something nice and you probably just rip his head off. That's really unfair. Really unfair. Especially when the father is actually in the boy's life and wants to see him. And the rest of it, I think, is just made up for you to get a money play. Just Christmas time. Just before Christmas. Yeah, he's a deadbeat dad. He hasn't paid me for, told me $10,000. He hasn't paid me for X number of months. He's just a useless piece of... Yeah. Until he comes to your house and he fixes your shit. Yeah. What the hell's that? And you go for dinner but he's a piece of shit. He's only conveniently a piece of shit when you need him to be, because you're bumming for money. You are playing on the sympathies of your crowd to get money. That's all you're doing. That's all you've ever done, and that's all you ever will do. So you can fight to the end. You can say, no, I don't do these things. I'm level. I'm straight up. I'm just a poor little girl working hard, trying to raise 3 kids by myself. You're not the only one that's ever done this. And the way you do it is very shady. Everything is shady about you. Everything. Absolutely everything. You buy a car because the guy that you know happens to fix those cars. Like that. You use people. You literally use people for your own gain. You're just like MFW, except she's a little bit more drunk. But you do exactly the same thing as she does. You play to the sympathies. You dry bag. Oh, my car's broken. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, my rent's due. The 21st. There's no food. I mean, honest to God. But people believe you, and that's the main thing, I guess. For you, anyway. That's the main thing. That's the main thing, is that people believe everything that comes out of Laura's mouth. And it is what it is. So everybody go out there and buy her hair-filled dog, whatever candles she's making. And I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's just the fact that people cannot understand whatever candles she's making. And I don't think it's jealousy. I think it's just the fact that people cannot understand how other people can sink as low as this woman does and not get hit by lightning. Because I would have been hit by lightning a long time ago if I did half the shit that she does on a regular basis. All for money. It's all for the almighty dollar. And her kids know the scam, so there you go. It's ingrained in them all. She's been training them, basically, on how to dry bag and how to make the tears flow and how to ask for things without really asking for things, but oh, surprise, oh, this is for you, look at that, I'll make him the ugliest looking cake in the world and the donations will fly in. I'll make my daughter cry and the things will just fly in. Oh my God. You are using those. That's worse than. That's using them. You use them at every chance you get. You use them as a defense. You use them as, well, they can't do this to me because I have children. They should realize, they're taking food out of my mouth. You're taking food out of other people's mouths that probably shouldn't be giving you money. Have you ever thought of that? Because you hear stories and they believe you? And they're sending their last $5 to you? This woman does not need any more of anything. She's got her Patreon. She has her join buttons on 2 channels. She is making money. She is getting supported very nicely. She is getting alimony. She is getting paid from her job. She's getting paid for YouTube. She's got her gigs of selling shit on the side. She's a hustler and she's going to do just fine. But what you people have to take into account is whether or not you want to donate your hard-earned money to this woman who is just basically taking advantage of people's heartstrings. And it's absolutely pathetic. Absolutely. But if she makes a product that's good, then it's worth $40, it's worth $40. But if you're making a piece of crap, selling it for $40, what did it make you, $1 to make it? Like, really?